Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Shits and Giggles podcast, where Kate and Allison laugh it off when the shit hits the fan.
Right.
If you've never been to ThunderMouth, if you don't know who we are, we're gamers, creators, and we like to make a nice, safe space for anybody who just wants a little laugh or just a better feeling of their day. This podcast has no rhyme or reason, and we're just gonna go with it.
Yeah, just talking.
Yep. All right. So it is spooky season. It is finally time for us to break out all our spooks.
Yes.
Some
Spooks.
spooky guys.
Muggies.
It's a little odd drinking out of a skull.
I like it.
It's nice. But in the spirit of Halloween, well, it's coming up. 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's exciting. So we're gonna talk about some haunted spaces, legends. Maybe, I don't know if we're gonna talk about legends, but
Yeah. Spooky legends.
Spooky.
We could talk about spooky legends. You never know where it'll take us.
So anyway, yeah, I guess where do you want to start?
You're Kate, I'm Allie.
Oh yes, I'm Kate.
I just had that thought in case no one's seeing something with our face
Voices
cam.
or face.
Voices, they wouldn't know. I'm Allie.
Kate.
Hello.
Hello. We forgot to turn on the and sign. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's really. Hang on, I can't. It's a little dim.
Allie and Kate. A and K.
A and K. All right. So let me look up some spooky places.
Okay, and I'll sit here and wait for you to do that and try to fill the silence. I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
26 most haunted places. I guess I could have done this before, but I wasn't really thinking. That's all right.
You know, it is what it is. We're learning.
We're learning as we go.
It's a learning process. Is that the house? That's my favorite house.
I guess we'll start off by talking about the Winchester house because it's Allie's favorite house.
It seriously is. It's so interesting. And I mean, if you had a sprawling mansion, why would you not build staircases that go nowhere and doors that drop off into holes? Like, that's awesome.
My feeling is on it more that I don't know if it's true, but didn't she build the house like it wasn't built all in one sitting? It was as it went.
I'm not.
Which is why it's kind of weird.
Sure. It might be. You might say in that little blurb that you're looking at.
No.
I think it was. She inherited the house after her dad. Not her dad. Her husband passed away. Nothing we say, just keep in mind that it may not be accurate because we're not experts on things. Hey, that's like
what?
That ad.
Yeah. Go Korean Air. Go for a new vision of flying.
It knows you.
It does know me, and I would like to visit Korea.
Maybe I'll
that's
look
another
up some
time
as well.
Maybe look up legends.
Okay, spooky.
But I hope you guys will stay safe this spooky season.
Absolutely.
I don't think it'll be too bad. Allie and I have seen a lot of previews for the new Halloween movie. That's a remake of the original. And neither one of us are spooky movie people. Like, I don't really enjoy scary movies.
I don't like being scared.
But it's not a haunting movie. It's just like a murderer, really. So I feel like that's nothing new in the sense where, like, we've watched, like, Criminal Minds and all that jazz. Right. It's just a little more violent, I would say.
Yeah.
Because it's a movie.
I feel like it's, like, scary at, like, the basis level that it's someone hunting someone else.
Yeah, and you're terrified. All the best stories.
I know, but, like,
you're terrified after
just
because
straight
you're
up
like
terrified. It's just a guy
hunting someone else, and it's scary. There's no extra, there's no...
But that's, like, good.
Ghosts and ghouls and supernatural activity.
Yeah, that's good, though. Like,
yeah. Oh.
What?
I looked up spooky urban
God.
legends. Oh, these are very... Oh, this is like my stuff. I love like creepy
Give us one. Give us one.
historical things. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Let's do... What are you feeling? Give me a state. I'm in the A's. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas.
I like Arizona.
Okay. Arizona, skinwalkers.
Ew.
Do you want me to read it, or just I read it and give you the
Skinwalkers? Read it. Read it slow. Read it nice.
Why
for our
it's creepy.
viewers.
It's easy to feel uneasy while driving through the desolate desert roads of Arizona, especially at night, and particularly so when you hear a short burst of taps on your window while cruising at 60 miles per hour, and you turn to see the shape-shifting, mutilated, half-human creature responsible for the high-speed interruption. Relax. It's only trying to rip the flesh off your bones. This legend is so ingrained in Arizona culture that when a Navajo woman was found brutally murdered in Flagstaff, the accused killer's defense in court was that the attack could have only been perpetrated by a skinwalker. There's even a defined and well-documented portion of the state known as Skinwalker Ranch, where you are most likely to see one of the creatures. Not that you'd actually want to.
I'm wondering if that's what Outlast is based off of.
Oh.
Outlast, the game, if
Yeah,
I'm
could
correct, is set in the deserts of Arizona.
I don't really know about that.
I think it is. Well, I don't know if it's based off of that, but I do know
I would say that probably a lot of games start with an urban legend because...
Oh, yeah. Especially scary games, but I think...
People create such awesome stories, and as it gets passed along...
That would make sense, because I've never played Outlast because it's one of the scariest games.
We were gonna once. Do you remember that?
I could barely get through Slender,
and then
guys.
we ended up playing
and that's like not even
a find
scary.
a puzzle game about fairy tales. We
good.
took a jump, you know?
You know, we might get there at some point if I have somebody, like, protecting me at all times. But that's nightmare fuel.
This is for real, though.
But it also, like, that would make sense if it was, because it's in Arizona. The thing is, like, they're investigating missing people, I think. Or at least the second one is. And the second one's even scarier than the first one. I'm like, why? Oh, you know what else is a scary game? Amnesia. Scary games. I watched, like, playthroughs of it because I don't like to play scary games. I like the premise of scary games. I feel like the only game I really would play that could be potentially spooky is Dead by Daylight. But I like the stories.
Even that sometimes scares me.
It scares me when I watch it because you don't know where the person is, and it's a brutal game.
And it's hard to see. I think
dark games.
I don't like that I can't see enough of the
Slender,
screen to like feel where I am.
That's why I didn't like Slender, because you can't see crap. Yeah. It's
that's
like
the whole
so
thing with
dark.
scary games is like you're relying on what you can see, and you can't see that much.
No, you really
so,
can't. No, I really don't. I know, but Amnesia, like, I like the premise of Amnesia, but it is a scary, spooky game. Allison, I hope they can't hear your stomach making noise.
I know, she's making noise down there.
Last night, my stomach was so noisy because we had fast food. And we don't eat fast food nearly enough for our bodies to be used to it. But if you all know...
Is anyone's body really used to fast food?
Well, it's garbage. You're inhaling garbage.
It's oil and salt and nothing that's decent
good for you.
No. Even the healthier options on the menu, I feel, aren't.
It's like
you're going to fast food. You know what you're getting, and it's not good things. So
I mean, you still consume it.
The potential. I want to know someone who doesn't get a stomach ache. And not even like a stomach ache, maybe like just who doesn't get rumbles. Some people
my
eat,
stomach
like
didn't.
Bell are fine.
My stomach didn't hurt. It was just loud. It was loud and noisy and having a ruckus. It didn't hurt. I was just like, it was making me aware of your presence. What?
Did you hear that?
What?
That knocking?
No. Great, are we spooky?
I don't know. It could have just been someone outside knocking on a house next door.
I don't think there was gnawing. I heard a bump.
Oh, then maybe that's what I heard.
It's possible that the fat rotunda from down under
The cat.
The cat.
Yeah, she could be not happy down there.
But also, me and Allie eat fast food in a way I don't think is human.
I think that's what causes the stomachache.
We eat it like somebody's gonna take it away from us, and we just like
literally inhale
every time. It's
French
just
fries.
like into my freaking face. I mean, I could take it slow.
Who can't relate
Also,
to
we
that?
were so hungry the other day, yesterday when we were eating it.
You hear that, right?
It sounded like a dog.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, there's so many animals. There's so many people around us now to where we moved because we're the downstairs party people.
Yes.
And now we're the upstairs
The
party
upstairs
people.
party people because we
TM Allison.
yes, thank you. That's me. Because our space is in an attic now, which I think is really cool. I think
kind of cool.
We've kind of transformed it into a little.
It's a
workshop.
little bit of a mess at the moment, but it's
half storage, half workspace. But you know, you fix it up and you work with it, and it becomes.
And we
what
only
you want
just
it.
moved. We've been here for like a month.
Yeah, I know it's not.
Which
that
is
long.
why we've been kind of absent in a lot of things.
And we really only started working up here and getting it together within the last couple weeks. We whipped this out and we're on it.
It looks nice. I like it.
I like it. I think it's very us.
It's actually a little cold today.
I'm good. Because I'm wearing my sweater.
I lost my Halloween sweater. So
season.
I'm just wearing this nifty turtleneck that I'm in love with. But
I
lost my sweater.
I read these all on my own because they're so.
Is it Mothman one in like Savannah?
I got Ghost Man.
Yes, man. I'm so interested.
No, not Ghost Man. Goat Man. Sorry.
Oh, ooh. I am so interested in all the stories, like legends from Louisiana. Like whenever there was like a Louisiana Scooby-Doo, I was all about it. Even though that's Scooby-Doo and it's probably not true, I was still always about it. That's why I think I like Scooby-Doo, because I love mysteries.
They did some things, like, about, like...
Voodoo.
Yeah, and what was that Australian monster?
The Yowie Kazoo.
Yeah, I think...
The Yowie Wazoo.
Was that it?
Yowie Yazoo. I was just thinking that a certain K-pop star kind of looked like him. Yeah.
That's kind of insulting.
No, just because of their ears. That was it. Like, he didn't look like it or anything, but sometimes I thought about it, I'm like, wow, he's got really big ears.
Holy nanny, man.
What?
Do you want to hear about this one?
Sure.
Mercy Brown.
Oh, shit.
This one's from Rhode Island.
Oh, great. We're right next to Rhode Island. I think I'm going to freak out.
No, you'll be fine.
Wait, can I say something after this?
You want to say it after or before?
I can say it after. I can wait.
Okay. Rhode Island's home to many haunted houses, including the one that inspired The Conjuring. Oh, good. Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah. The Conjuring is from this area.
But one legend you can experience without trespassing is the tale of Mercy Brown.
Great.
It seemed that back in the day, Rhode Island was in the midst of a vampire panic, and its most famous victim was 19-year-old Mercy Brown. After her mother and sister died, Mercy succumbed to tuberculosis as well. Due to the panic, villagers presumed something supernatural was afoot. When they exhumed Mercy, the body was remarkably well preserved. So they removed her heart and liver, burned them down to ashes, and fed them to her sick brother. He died 2 months later. They say the spirit of Mercy, though, still haunts the cemetery of Exeter, where her gravesite remains a place where morbid tourists flock.
Yeah, I probably won't go there.
And where a chill hangs perpetually in the air. Historical fact, Mercy Brown died on January 17th, 1892, and her cremated heart was force-fed to her brother. Her story is the most famous of many similarly gruesome tales that stoke the fires of Rhode Island's haunted landscape.
Rhode Island is a little creepy.
That was close. That's close to the heart, man.
Oh, man. If I ate your heart, I don't know what I would do. I think I would die, too.
I would literally never do that.
Who does that? What scientific reason would you do that?
I was thinking about that.
Vampires?
I was thinking about hysteria the other day.
I often think about hysteria as well.
Because I kind of feel like the witch trials were so
centered around, like, mass hysteria.
Well, there's like so many things with the witch trials, and I honestly do think it was the food they were eating. Because of the time period, and it's proven that what they were eating, like, had a mutation. Well, actually, I don't know if it's proven, but it's been said that could have been.
Yeah, but I don't think there's like no way to prove that they were actually consuming. Like, I think that's been said that.
Well, that's why people don't really know.
That's the most reasonable one, but people, if one person gets spooked and, like, genuinely believes that something is happening, and they're convincing enough, you can convince a whole ton of people.
It's like a cult.
I think that's powerful. People are powerful, man. And their crazy is powerful.
Oh, is that our cat?
And our cat's meowing because she wants to come up.
Why didn't we let her up?
Because she's a nuisance, and there's a lot of stuff up here that she could run into and break.
Okay. Not deal on me.
That wasn't you.
I was thinking about hysteria as well. I was thinking about hysteria as well. Not like the other day, but just now.
Just a second when you brought it up.
But it is interesting how, like, people are gullible. I think 99.9% of population are gullible, and people will be like, "Oh, I'm not gullible." But if somebody said that they were, like, there was something weird going on, and they were acting weird, you would assume, well, shit, maybe they're right, because you don't know. But but that's like the Crucible that they have you read. It's all a lie.
Yeah.
Which is very possible that it was all a lie. And for, like, the 1600s and that, like, era, like, there was very little education. So it's so possible that somebody just lied.
Right.
Because she was a bitch. And wanted
to get people in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. But that makes me, like, sad. But also, like, Europe dealt with it for so long.
Yeah,
like, there was a witch problem. And I don't even think
a witch problem.
Like, there weren't even witches.
And it probably wasn't even
there were
that. It was just people
women
going crazy. And
which is, like, I think why people do look to the food thing, because, like, back then there was, like, an epidemic of something in Europe. So I think that's why they correlate it also as well.
Yeah.
To Salem.
And it's tough to swallow
vampires,
that it was
though,
just people being people and blaming each other for something.
Vampires is interesting. That's an interesting hysteria that I've never heard of, quite frankly.
No, that was new. I wasn't expecting it to be vampires. I was kind of thinking, like, maybe it would be witch or...
Vampires, though, is interesting because there are people...
Oop, I'm rocking the mug. Whoopsies.
You're rocking the mug here.
Sorry.
There are people that believe they're vampires.
Yeah.
And will drink blood. Blood is not that appetizing. Have you ever bit your lip? I mean... I have never enjoyed...
Or like a paper cut. Sometimes
and you're like...
It's like a reflex. If you see yourself bleeding...
You're like, oh, I gotta lick this up. Maybe we're primal, like, vampires.
No, but isn't that like a thing? Doesn't it, like, help heal? No. I don't have healing saliva. That's bull. Why do I think that? What is that?
Pee is what you're thinking of.
Pee is what you're aiming for. Good. I knew that, though.
Pee does help heal.
Then why do I lick my paper cuts?
I think it's like, oh, I'm bleeding, gotta get rid of the evidence. Because I don't know what that like reaction is, but everybody does it.
It doesn't heal it any faster if you're watching it.
It just gets rid of the blood. And to be honest, I think saliva is very germy too.
Yeah, I mean, my tongue doesn't get it gets clean when I brush my teeth morning and night, but
not during the day. Whatever happens between those two.
I know, anything I'm ingesting and I'm talking and I'm inhaling and
inhaling. I swear to God, guys, I ate a bug the other night. There are these, like, little gnats in my room because I have plants now. And live things attract the little gnats.
The little buggies, yeah.
And I think I might have eaten one and he got, like, stuck in my throat. So for a few days I had felt like there was something.
At least it was small, you know? It wasn't like...
a moth.
I was convinced the other night that there was a bug in my bed.
In your bed?
You know?
I thought there was a bug in my bed the other night. I thought I actually had bed bugs.
You know, if you,
and it
like,
was not.
you're...
Thank God.
You can't sleep and you're up late.
You're itchy.
So you're on your phone or something.
And you feel something?
Yes. I
was watching something. And I stayed up way too late watching it.
Is it a K-drama?
No. This is my Thai drama. Anyway,
Okay.
I was laying and I was like looking at the screen and my eyes were getting tired and I was like, I just need to finish this one last episode. And I swear to God, I felt something in my hair.
Oh no.
And then I like looked and like I saw something like dart across my pillow. And I got out of my bed, I turned the light on and I like dug around. I couldn't find it. And I don't know if it was like a trick or if it was like real, or if there was a bug, if he could still be in there. I don't know. But I laid back down and I went to sleep.
I don't really care about bugs if they're like on the floor or like anywhere. If they're in my bed, just don't. That's my zone, okay? That's my zone. That's where I live and sleep and do things in my bed.
I was gonna say eat, and then I was like, no, she's in her bed. Well,
I don't. I try not to eat in my bed because then you invite the bugs into the bed.
Yeah.
So no, I try not to. But I've been kind of bad lately, and I have been having breakfast in my bed.
What?
I'll eat one thing downstairs while I'm sitting at the counter, and then I'll bring something else upstairs and munch. And then, yeah.
I don't bother. I do my whole morning routine downstairs.
I try to.
I'm not.
Well, sometimes I like to get back in bed and cozy.
If I get back in bed, I'm sleeping.
No? I mull about in bed for a few hours.
I use my bed for sleep.
Hours,
like if I'm going to be in my bed, I'm sleeping.
That's good to do. Because the more things you do in your bed, the harder it is for you to sleep.
Yeah.
Because your bed should be used for two things. Sleeping and having sex. I read that in an article. This is not just me.
This is not your personal opinion.
This is an article.
If it was your personal opinion, you wouldn't use your bed so much.
True, yes.
You know?
There's two things wrong with that thing for me. It's like I don't care about men that much. To be with anybody.
I don't care for it.
Just don't really, whatever. And my love to sleep.
At this point in time.
Not right now. I'm too busy. Too busy with school and work. Really, do I have any time? People who have time for relationships,
God
props to you because
bless.
Like, bless up.
Seriously,
because I can't.
Bless with this guy.
With this dead guy. This is about the biggest
They
relationship I
even
have.
painted his mouth so his teeth look like decrepit and... You probably can't see that.
Anyway, that's what they're supposed to be used for.
Bad.
Sex and sleep. So, the two S's, remember that the next time you want to nosh on a burrito in your bed. Anyway, okay. What were we talking about? Beds?
Eating in your bed. And
Yes.
not eating in your bed.
Just remind yourself of the two S's, guys. There was something I wanted to say while we were talking about spooky things, but now I'm like, do I transition back into that? Louisiana has a lot of, like, things.
And Georgia.
And Georgia. A lot of the southern states do, because I feel like they have a lot of hurricanes, so they always, like, are rebuilding on top of things.
Yeah.
So that's, like, just, like, thoughts.
They've had a lot of...
Yeah.
They have bad history
Yeah.
down south. Not bad history, but, you know.
They
have
spooks.
a lot of history. And
But Dead by Daylight, to bring it back to games for a second. Because that's what we are. We games. We watch gamers. We are gamers. We check out new things. We don't record new things, but we check them out. But Dead by Daylight has a person who's like the swamp witch, and she's like this decrepit old thing, and her lore is really cool, and that's why I like Dead by Daylight, because they add like a lot of different lore and stuff. And it's just cool. I like spooky things. I hope in the future that we make a comic about something spooky.
Yeah.
There's a comic on Webtoons called Ghost Teller, and I always want to read it. But like, the description is like, you think your ghost stories are scary, like, these are really scary. I'm like, well, I don't want to read it because it might be too scary for me.
Yeah.
But I have no problem writing or making anything scary.
Yeah.
Reading, watching, or playing something scary bugs me. But I can write something spooky and
but
creepy.
it's a different process, though.
It's a little different, yeah, I guess. It could be different. But it's just interesting, and I enjoy spooky things. but at the same time, I don't like spooky things.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a weird.
I'm intrigued by spooky, and I'm open to spooky, but I
Yeah.
also don't like being scared, so I don't.
It's not a fun process to be
I'm not crazy
scared.
about scary movies. I don't really like haunted houses or.
Ugh.
My
Haunted
friends
houses.
used to get me to go to those, like the haunted, like forest
The
walk,
graveyard
and I'm like,
thing?
no freaking thank you. But I always had to go, and it was the worst. The worst. Shouldn't your friends, if you say no, I don't want to.
Maddie she'll always ask, like, she used to always ask, do you want to come with us to the haunted thing? I'm like, no, thank you. And after a few years, she realized I don't want
I'm not
to.
a fan.
But I appreciate her friendship and the fact that she still included me after all those times. Like, maybe there's the one time that she'll actually want to come.
This.
That's a good thing about Maddie.
She'll be brave.
She'll always ask, which I like. Give the person the option.
I used to go, and not, I mean, I say this loosely, I used to go to Fright Fest
That's
at
Six
Six
Flags.
Flags. We always left, like, before 5 or 6 o'clock, so, like, it wasn't even dark yet, and we were gone, so there was nothing scary. But they had all the scary decorations.
Like, you got half the Fright Fest, you got the fest.
I got the daytime spook. I didn't get, like, the real nighttime hour spook.
It
It was fine with me. I didn't friggin' need that. Wow.
Yeah, I don't find joy in being frightened.
No.
Like, people do find that happiness and joy and exhilaration from being scared. And I just don't. What the hell is that? Is that like the Easter Bunny gone crazy?
God, he's a friggin' axe murderer, this guy. The Bunny Man Bridge.
Oh my god, that sounds awful. Don't tell me where that is.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
Okay, I won't. The Mothman, West Virginia.
I knew it was in Virginia somewhere. Well, not Virginia.
Well, it's West Virginia, so. Sorry. Those are awesome. I actually might read that later.
I enjoy legends and things because it's interesting. You kind of learn about, like, America's pretty big.
Yeah.
And I always think of that, it's kind of weird. Like, America is just a bunch of countries mushed into one ruling thing.
Yeah,
like, ruling democracy.
Have, like,
whereas,
states.
like, Europe, they could have just put Europe all together.
Had it all be one Europe.
Yeah, one Europe, and those would be states. But they're their own countries, they have their own things. But states have their own laws, too. But it's just interesting because it's like, when you go to a different state, it, of course it has different cultures and different traditions and things, because it's technically its own little country, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, you're all the same, you're Americans, but we're also, like, different.
Yeah, someone who was born and raised in Washington is going to be totally different from someone who was born and raised in Florida.
Also, so, like, you have your different customs and things, and not like that, not like different in the sense where it's like different countries' customs.
Yeah.
Because we all classify as Americans, but if you go to a different state, there's usually different, very tiny differences that you can see, so it's interesting to see legends and stuff. Now I'm really interested about the Outlast being that skin stealer thing.
I can look it up.
I don't really want. Well, I guess you could.
Never mind. I just like legends.
What were you gonna say?
Scary urban legends.
Spooky.
The Russian sleep experiment.
Oh, Jesus. That doesn't even sound good.
Doesn't it sound horrible? The picture is kind of freaky, too. Not long after the end of World War II, Russian researchers launched an experiment to test the effects of long-term sleep deprivation on human subjects.
Don't they just go crazy?
5 prisoner inmates were enlisted and promised their freedom if they could stay awake for 30 days and nights straight. Shit.
You can do it, but you won't be good.
The inmates were confined to a sealed chamber and exposed to powerful stimulant gas. What could possibly go wrong?
Why are you telling me this?
Like,
I don't even like this.
Sorry.
I don't want to listen to that.
Sorry.
I don't like it.
Do you want a different one?
No.
Okay.
I want a different one that isn't that. I'm trying to think of our own. You know what kind of like is cool? Ghost ships.
Yeah.
Haunted ships. Cool. There's a lot of, like, there's not that many ghost ships. Are you looking up ghost ships?
No.
Oh. There's not that many ghost ships, I would say, but it is, like, super cool to, like, learn about them.
Hmm.
Because there could be a ship with hauntings on it.
Yeah.
There's, like, tons of old ships that I'm sure are haunted.
I think old ships in general
Give off a vibe.
Yeah, and they kind of open themselves up to
spookies. Submarines scare me.
Can animals be ghosts?
I think I've talked about this. Well, I've thought about it at least.
Maybe we've talked about it, but I
we've
don't know
definitely
if we've
talked about
discussed
it. Well,
it.
we've never discussed it. I don't know.
Because I think about like the old like whaling ships.
Do you think a whale is
Doesn't it
haunting
always
a
come
ship?
back to whales? For you and me recently.
Recently, whales are our number one topic.
They killed a lot of whales back in the day.
They did.
You know, and I feel like some of those old ships
could have a whale.
They could be carrying some negative.
Well, maybe that's why ships. I imagine some whales. Maybe that's why a lot of ships have like that weird like
maybe
sound.
that's why they make those weird noises, or it could just be that they're old.
Could be. Is somebody bending girders?
A wooden ship. They're bending girders.
Definitely. I feel that could be. You know, definitely.
You agree with the ghost whale?
I mean, ghosts in theory, in scientific theory, because I feel like a lot of science and supernatural things go together.
Yeah.
Ghosts in theory are just energy because energy can't be destroyed.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that can't be destroyed. So it has to go somewhere. So it's basically just energy. So like I guess if you feel a vibe of a place, if it's like a negative like vibe, oh maybe somebody died here that wasn't happy. Or if you feel a good vibe, maybe it was just a happy ghost doing its thing.
A happy ghost.
There's happy ghosts.
Yeah.
Is that, classification, I don't really know what the classification of ghosts are, but yeah, I would say that's, you know.
Yeah. I'm looking up
Ghosts are interesting.
Ghost ships.
Ghost ships. What were you looking at before? You were typing furiously.
Dead by Daylight Skinwalkers. There's nothing substantial on that. So, you know.
No, it wasn't Dead by Daylight. It was Outlast. You looked up the wrong game.
That said Dead by Daylight right before. So
Dead by Daylight is getting
it's
getting so interesting with its stories now. It has so many different villains, so many different things. It's brought in Freddy Krueger, I think.
Ooh.
What?
I sat back on my seat and I am
comfy. I'm freezing.
Are you really?
I'm a little.
We should have turned on the space.
I should have turned on our space heater. Oops. Oh, my hips.
No, these are all encounters with skinwalkers, horror game. No, that's a game that's actually called.
I think.
Wait.
What? Waiting.
Hang on. God.
Well,
I gotta read, you know, it takes me a second to read the words.
I could read. Sorry. That was mean.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh yeah, that's actually a horror game.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
Those
a horror
girls
game.
don't look like they're really horrific in any way.
I don't know if it's the girls, but something like happens.
Oh.
I never looked into it.
James Skinwalker is a 2013 RPG maker game that was based off the Native American legend of skinwalkers or shapeshifters. It was created by Snow Owl. In the game, oh no, that's a lot of BS right there. That's not BS, it's just, you know, wasn't really what I was looking for. I thought I saw something about they just combined two stories and made me think, that's clickbait right there. That's what that is.
The funniest meme.
They literally did a ... What I said, the 2013 RPG game, ... It's a sequel to the popular Outlast and DLC Whistleblower game. They were two different stories.
Are you mad?
I am upset. It's because I'm gullible, man. I'm a very gullible human being.
You are very
Gosh
gullible.
dang. Oh well, we're moving on. We're doing different things now.
What are we?
I don't know.
I guess I could look at some haunted places.
I'll look up haunted places.
Lighthouses freak me out. Lighthouses are always
lighthouses.
haunted. I would say that they're always haunted 9 out of 10 times. I never get good feelings from lighthouses.
Lighthouse keepers. That's a cool picture.
It's a lighthouse.
That's
in
why
Florida.
you brought it up.
That's why, yeah, that's what made me think of it.
First of all, you're alone. Out there.
I could never.
In the middle of the water.
And you're scared. You're cold.
If something happens, you don't usually have a way to get back. And okay, not all lighthouses are in the middle of the water, but a lot of lighthouses
they're
that
on
I've
like
seen
a cliff. Well,
where
not a cliff. They're on like a...
in
the
the
water.
Shore, out in the water, like completely abandoned, like there's no way to get. I bet a lot of people have died in lighthouses. I'm looking up top 15 haunted lighthouses. Coastal living. Here we go.
Do you think that's like a... What do you think is like the cause of death in a lighthouse? Just old age or like falling down the stairs? Because I feel like I would fall down the stairs.
I think you might off yourself.
Oh, maybe.
Take a tumble.
Sadly.
No, I
feel like it would just be old age.
You could be old age, or
but
you could
I feel
crazy because you're by yourself.
It's true.
You could get hurt.
It's cold.
When, like, if a storm hits and you're out there by your lonesome.
I feel like there's many ways to get hurt in a lighthouse. I am not a lighthouse fan. We used to do tours in like middle school. I hate field trips. That's just a fact of mine. I just hate them. I don't feel like they serve any educational purpose. And people are like, well, you get the day off. I'm like, I don't really care. Just let me stay home if I have a day off.
Right. You always had the best time when you didn't go on field trips.
Yeah, I would stay at school and you would just hang out. You would literally just, you wouldn't have to do anything. You wouldn't have to walk around. You wouldn't have to talk to anyone. You just chilled. It was amazing.
You didn't have to pretend to be friends with the person sitting next to you on the bus.
Oh my god.
I got a haunted lighthouse here for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
The St. Simon's Lighthouse, St. Simon's Island, Georgia.
Oh, Georgia!
Above the waves at this quiet beachfront on the southern tip of St. Simon's Island, you may still hear the echoes of a decades-old killing. In 1880, an argument between headkeeper Frederick Osborne and assistant John Stevens ended with a fatal gunshot. John, never charged in the case, continued to tend to the light, but legends say he often heard the accusing sound of Frederick's footsteps at night in the vacant tower. Over the years, many others have claimed to hear the footfalls. The tower invites climbing the 129-step spiral staircase, if you dare. Dun,
Do
dun.
you remember?
So that guy was killed.
Murdered by his friend.
But I wonder if there's just like, if they're just like eerie because they've just...
They're cool. They're
not
not
necessarily
environment.
bad places. They're good places. They stop people from crashing into the shore.
They are good places. Like, they have a good purpose. But they're not nice. They're not nice.
They're not nice.
They're cold. They're damp. They're dank. I've never been in a nice lighthouse. They smell.
That's what you were, the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
What was I gonna say? Damn it! I can do this. I can remember.
Think.
Lighthouse. 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 God damn it! It left my brain. Damn. Hang on.
You almost had it. That was like a thrilling chase right there.
It was like when it's there.
Well,
and
the
you
Block
reach
Island
it.
Southeast Lighthouse is haunted.
Ooh, muscles.
Oh.
I just felt my muscles. Sometimes I get proud of myself. I'm like, but this one's really weak because I carry things with this arm more.
Ooh, at the
Damn it! I'm so angry.
At the lighthouse on Block Island,
Somebody killed.
the keeper murdered his wife by pushing her down the stairs.
Damn
Her
it.
spirit never left the home.
Oh, I remember.
Said that she harasses men only by shaking them, lifting their beds, or even locking them in the closet or out of rooms.
That's awesome. You go, ma'am.
Many
I
have
support women
reported
who have been murdered.
sightings
As
of
long as they don't
ghosts
hurt
around
women.
the island. Phantom pirate ships have been spotted, and so have the spirits of the dead who could not be buried until the ground
Block
thaw at
Island?
the end of winter.
I don't remember that one.
You
I
can
visited
visit Block Island
Island.
via ferry. Like this is like telling you about these horrendous places and then saying, hey, come see us. Come check it
visit.
out.
Block
But
Island's okay.
that's a draw for some people. Spooks? I guess people there.
So I remembered what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What?
I forgot again.
Oh no.
Damn it! Say reread that paragraph, please.
Oh, Port Boca.
Allie! Reread it.
Block Island. Legend has it that in the 1900s, a keeper murdered his wife by pushing her down the steps.
Okay, I remember. So, before we forget for the third time, I feel like a lot of time people do hallucinate sounds that they've heard.
Yeah.
Because in the wee hours of the night, if you kind of like, you're tired but you can't fall asleep, you hear things. You hear things and you see things. Because your eyes are like kind of adjusting to the light, but at the same time, you're still not a cat. You can't see in the dark. So you have, like, your eyes are like kind of, oh, what was that? Well, but like,
You're still not a cat.
So, you know, I mean, it's only natural that people like hallucinate hauntings or stuff.
Right.
But if it's 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
between 3, and you hear things or you see things, it
It's
might be
possible that
a
you are
haunting.
actually seeing things. And
If it's
hearing
not
them.
those times, it's fine. Legend
Only those
has it
times
though.
you really think that ghosts cannot appear.
No. It's just the veil is very thin at 2 a.m. to 3. It's harder for them to get the energy up to come and hang around.
Okay.
I'm sure that there's a ghost who just hangs around in the daytime. Is like, maybe like a cat ghost.
I'm gonna watch the TV with these people. You know, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna enjoy.
Yeah, they might. They're like, wow, I loved this show. Seinfeld, I loved it when it was on.
Show's really come a long way.
Yeah.
Makes me sad to think about old ghosts, like
older people?
Yeah.
I think older people, though, it's more like they're happy because they passed on.
It still makes me sad.
I think ghosts, like, this is how I think of ghosts, are more like people who died in their time wasn't supposed to be then.
Yeah, they're upset.
Like, they're sticking around because their time's not done. That's just how I think of it. But, what was I going to say, though, about 2 a.m. and 3? Oh, 3, apparently, though, if you do hear, like, 3, like, knocks, that's, like, when the hour ends.
What?
3 o'clock, it's like there's something with, like, 3 knocks, you know it's a ghost.
And they're saying bye-bye, or they're saying...
I don't really know that they're saying bye-bye. I don't know.
What?
I just remember hearing this somewhere. Yep.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
God dang, man.
This time is not accurate, so
No,
I have
I
no
know, I
idea
saw you
how long
started
we've
late.
been going, but we're just gonna keep hanging out for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what that 3 thing necessarily
It's the
is.
upside down hour, but I don't... Oh, you're talking the 3 knocks?
No,
Yeah.
the upside down hour is 2 a.m. to 3,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or the witching hour. There's so many different names for that hour. Stop coughing into them. What? What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
Did you have something else you wanted to say? It doesn't seem like you want to.
No, I don't really... No, you talked for so long, I don't remember.
I can't believe I remembered what I had to say. That was amazing. I lost it twice and it came back. This is good silence. I like this silence.
Yeah, it's nice and peaceful.
Nice peaceful silence.
Ooh, spooky Japan.
Japan is haunted.
Japan is a very...
Japan is definitely haunted, I would say.
Oh, but look at their cute little guys. They're cute little spooks.
Oh, kappas? Oh yeah, they suck out your soul through your ass.
I was just talking about the cute little pictures and you had to go talking about ass sucking.
That's what they do. That's what kappas do. They're soul eaters. And they go...
Ugh.
Yeah, you know who told me that? Maddie. So if that fact is
course.
wrong, everyone can yell at her, not me. Don't kill the messenger.
Kappa and cucumber. I don't think I actually want to read this article.
Why? Because of the butt sucking?
Kappa and cucumbers.
Hey! The other day I was thinking about, are there any zoos that are haunted? This one says that it is. The Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago.
Tell us about it.
Lions and tigers and
bears?
ghosts.
Oh.
And ghosts.
Damn.
Oh my! As it turns out, one of Chicago's most popular attractions is also one of its most haunted. Let me see, hang on. In the 1840s to 50s, the heart of Lincoln Park served as the city's cemetery. Oh, there's a cemetery underneath it with 35,000 1,000 bodies? That's a lot of people. Shit. Oh, it was moved due to the proximity of the city's water supply. Oh. Have you ever seen any horror movie? Oh, that's kind of weird. But I guess it's just haunted because it's on top of a cemetery.
Yeah,
also,
it's not necessarily the animals.
the scariest to shock the viewers with, they're gonna be like, ew. There was once a hotel, and it's not necessarily a haunted thing.
It's a real story.
I think it is. I don't really know. I don't really remember. Maybe it's just a ghost story.
Okay.
But it was like this hotel, and somebody had complained that the water tasted weird. And it was because there was a murdered person in the water supply.
Yeah.
Ooh!
I remember that. Why is that real? I think that might be real.
I think it was like a hotel in like one of the southern
maybe that's
states
like
or
the
something.
theme of a movie.
I don't think it's a theme of a movie.
But you don't know if it's real or not. It could be.
I think I would remember watching a movie like that. Anyway, guys, so that's my gross note to end on today, but we enjoyed having you here for the first podcast. I know it was a little choppy, but hopefully we'll upgrade soon.
We will get better.
We will get better with time and age because that's how all fine wines get.
And cheese.
Ooh, I could go for some cheese. But anyway, if you guys liked this podcast, give it a like, thumbs up. I don't really know how the podcast system works yet.
We'll probably release it as a video.
And then we'll get it
later
as a podcast.
release it as a podcast somewhere.
But like it if you really enjoyed any of the topics. If you want to talk to us about any of the topics, if we're wrong on some of our facts, if you know anything about the Outlast game, let me know. If you liked any of the games we talked about, if you have your own legends to talk about, let us know. We like to hear things. We like to talk to you guys anyway if you just want to say hi. And subscribe for more content. We are going to try to post like bi-weekly podcasts as much as we can. And we also do gaming videos every week. So if you like gaming videos and you want to stick around for those, it's the same old crap, just a little different.
Just a different vibe,
Just different vibe, a little more relaxed, a little more gaming.
Faces versus no faces.
Yeah, the only thing we do is play Dead that has our faces.
Yeah.
Because I like spooky games to get our reactions.
It's not
It's not spooky at all, actually. But, whatever. It's suspenseful.
Yeah, suspenseful.
And ring the bell to be notified when we upload things, when we're doing things. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed the podcast today. And we will talk to you all super soon. Bye!
Bye!